What do you think? Good. Morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, August 14th, 2017. I'm getting ready to head into work for the day. And before we get this week started, let's check the crypto report, shall we? All right, so my crypto report is a little bit of a shit show. So what's going on here is I got a couple cards that aren't mining right now, so that's why I'm down from like 8 miners, or almost, what was it have been before, 9 miners. Now I'm only mining with 6 cards currently. My holdings, I did the math and I have about 2.32 ether. Just this morning, I sold off my Civic ICO and converted it to Bitcoin. So that's kind of a big move. I've spent somewhere around $250 on Civic during the ICO, initial coin offering, and I sold it just now for $16.35. So that's about like a 4 or 5x return. The reason why I'm selling Civic is I don't even understand how it has value. It's a coin for your identity. That sounds like a horrible idea. I didn't even want to buy in the ICO. One of my coworkers researched it and he really liked it, really wanted to buy into it, but he couldn't afford to. So at the time, I was like, fuck it, man. I got some ether. So I threw I think it was about 1 ether at it at the time. And like I said, in the last like few days or so, it's like gone up like 30% or more, and it's, you know, it's just, it, like last week, or let me put it this way, back when I went on vacation, so it would have been like a week and a half ago or something like that, it was worth like, I don't know, $300-400, and it was all the way worth up to like 1,800 or something like that, at its highest. But for it to run up that fast, that quick, and I have no idea where it's getting any value from, I'll lock that in. Yeah, cool. So I got another wild hair over the last couple days, and I was like, man, you know, I wish I could do another 5K loan through BitConnect. And that's when I started like looking at everything that I'm holding, what it's worth, what you know, what I wouldn't mind getting rid of, dumping, selling to lock in, whatever. And so I'm going to push for another 5K loan. So I think my holdings are worth almost 3,000. If I could, you know, mine another ether, hold, what I'm working on doing is holding now my BitConnect earning or interest payments. I might be able to save enough to make another 5K loan in like 2 weeks or so. So BitConnect is kicking ass. I am holding like $800 in Bitcoin from my loans, and the next day or two is going to be another almost 2% payout. It's like 1.7% payout with my bonus added in for the 5K loan. That makes it nearly 2%. So the I'm looking at let me think about this. I should be making, I think, around like between $2,000 and $3,000 after a month's time with BitConnect. It just seems so surreal to me. I mean, I've been spending Bitcoin on everything. We went out over the weekend and did a murder mystery dinner thing for my friend Rochelle, and paid for drinks and food and shit all night. So that was, you know, $100, $150. been buying ammo and all kinds of other shit that like I normally wouldn't have money for. So I've been using it as disposable income. The whole point originally was to save that income and use it to pay off my credit cards. So that's what I need to focus on doing. I want to do that after I make my second 5K loan. So I'm guesstimating making like $3,000 a month in interest payments with 2 $5,000 loans. That's nuts. That's crazy. So that is what I need, though. I need that to pay off my bills. I would need to probably spend a full 6 months worth of income from that just paying bills. And it is what it is. I don't know what's going to happen with taxes and all that bullshit, but whatever. I don't know. If push comes to shove, I'll start doing the thing where you meet up with people and they give you cash, they hand you cash, and you hand them or transfer them Bitcoin or whatever. That way it's not on the books. But so it might even be 1 week before I can do another 5K loan. That'd be phenomenal if I could do it like this week, Thursday. But that's pushing it. So I'm still doing my loans every 2 weeks. So I'll probably do a $200 loan this week, and then next week I'll probably do the 5K loan, I'm thinking. And that'll be it, dude. I'm pretty much tapped out. So that income's gotta pay the bills at this point. I'm helping Vicky out with a little bit of money here and there for some stuff that she wants to do and needs to do. And help myself. If I'm helping everyone else, I gotta still help myself. Otherwise, no one's gonna help me, right? It's the way that goes sometimes. So, used to that, but at the same time, I've had a lot of great opportunities come my way that's, led to this point in crypto. So, believe me, I didn't just wake up and have, 10 grand in crypto. No. I had at one point upwards of 13 grand. Market tanked, everything went to shit, and knocked me down to being worth only like five grand. And that's why I made my first 5 grand loan. I was like, man, like I gotta do it now, or if this market keeps going down or never recovers for a long time, I'm screwed. So I'm running out of like cash or savings to put into this, and I haven't really put a lot of savings into this total. I'm thinking it's got to have been like 5 grand or less. So I know I've more than double, triple made my money back. It's just bills and life and all that shit eats up any of that type of extra income type stuff. So I need to come up with a system once my bills are paid off for saving crypto or cash or both or whatever. I mean, maybe I will start cashing out some crypto here and there, maybe $1,000 a month or something. So I actually have cash, physical, tangible savings, or I'll do cash advances or something on BitPay or whatever, because I don't know what's going to happen with BitPay, but so it's not out of the woods yet. Let me just put it that way. I still got a lot of fucking bills, and that keeps me awake at night. And this is kind of like my last stand. I got my back up against the wall, and the only other option is to grind. Get a third job. I'm already working 2 jobs. I work 1 job in IT. I work my second job in photography, and I work my ass off for both. So I'm hoping that work project that I did before vacation that took me months to help do and all that, I hope that leads to something. I hope that leads to a better raise, more money, more opportunities, all that stuff. Never been a big fan of money, but you gotta pay to play. It's as simple as that. And I don't like being like a prisoner of the system. Like, basically go to work to pay for your shit. You know, I want to get ahead instead of trying to work just to get even. So that's kind of my philosophy on a lot of this stuff, and it seems to be working out. It seems to be doing well. It's just staying focused, man. It's like, you know, I load my BitPay card, I'm like, oh, I got $500. Fuck yeah. So then I go to Walmart, I'm like, oh, they have 9mm ammo in stock. Yeah, I'll take some of that. Oh, you have this? Yeah, I'll take some of that. Go to the bar and start ordering drinks. I don't fucking drink at bars. You know how expensive it is? Like, we spent like almost $100 on like 3 or 4 rounds of drinks, and that's just for Vicky and I. It was ridiculous. It was $17 for 1 round of drinks, and that was 2 drinks. So I think we each had 3 drinks, so that was like $55 or something like that. It's ridiculous. So we'll see how this goes. So that's my resolution, is to try to stay focused, or at least for now, to get another damn 5K loan. Once that's in, then I can sit back, probably all winter long. Usually over winter time we don't do much. I live in Chicagoland, so winter comes, snow time, all that, and it's all just indoor activity type stuff where oh, that's cool. The person in front of me, they have a sticker and it says "My whole world on board." I guess that means like baby in the car or something. Baby on board. I like that. My whole world on board. So I know I'm talking fast and all that. I'm tired, man. Like, we did that whirly ball yesterday. I've never done that before. Very cool, very fun, but man, like, took some big hits, and I was like, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel this morning. If I was gonna be sore, my body's gonna be fucked, or what. But it was cool. It was a lot of fun. It seemed like a lot more fast paced and all that, but when you watch it from the outside, you're moving pretty slow. So yeah, it was cool. So my nephew Alden, he's turning 18, and I think he's gonna start going into college and all that type of stuff soon. So he took a bunch of time off. He wasn't time off meaning like he wasn't working. He was doing his vlog and YouTube business type stuff, and now I think he's gonna be starting up some college classes and stuff here and there. So that's kind of everything going on. I don't know if I talked about it. Okay, so on Saturday I went and checked out a sportsman's club and signed up for it. So Vicky came along, and I thought she wanted to go and check it out with me, but she ended up staying in the car the whole time. We had some problems and stuff after that. But in regards to the club was really nice. They had all kinds of different shooting type systems set up. They have clay shooting, trap shooting, 5-stand. They have pistol ranges that are like 25, 50, 100 yard. They have rifle ranges that are, 25, 50, 100, 200, 600 yards. I did like a holster draw class or seminar or something. So now I am approved to draw from the holster, which means I can draw and fire from the holster. There's no restrictions like the indoor ranges. So you can rapid fire, you can double tap, you can triple tap, you can, like I said, like holster draw and fire, like cowboy style. And that stuff's important to train with. Someone's up in your face or something happens and you need to draw and fire immediately. You kind of want to practice that. If you don't practice that, you're never going to get it out fast enough. You're going to get it out and fucking shoot the ground or shoot somebody else or shoot the sky or something. They allow shoot and move drills, so you can actually like shoot, like move behind cover, shoot again. I I think you could do like ground drills if you want, like lay on the ground and shit. So it's very interesting place. The rifle range, like I said, they go up to 600 yards. You have to get certified to shoot 600 yards. But this is all stuff that I've always wanted to do. So they got, for the shotgun stuff, what's very cool is you pay like a small fee or something, and then for the clays, when you're shooting the clays, they have like clay throwers that are preloaded with the clays already in them and shit. So you just pay a fee. I don't have to bring clays or anything like that. Just go hit a button and it auto throws for you. You don't have to have a friend there to throw for you. They have a patterning board. They have hand throwers if you want to do that on your own. They have I already said 5-stand, but it's basically everything that you want, and it's very interesting, very fun. I think it'll be nice. The only problem is it's like an hour away, so when I'll be able to go, I don't know. So Vicky's new apartment is probably only 30 minutes from it, so like maybe when it gets a little bit colder out and shit, go over there for a little bit, try some stuff out, all that good stuff. It's just learn, you know. I just taking it as a learning experience. They have courses. The one guy was teaching tactical pistol yesterday, 8 hours. It was 2 4-hour classes in one day, bunched together. That sounds like fun. They do like 3-gun competitions there. They do 2-gun competitions there. 3-gun is something I've always wanted to get into. Like, I think that's just phenomenal. The skills that you learn look like they would translate over to real world scenarios or problems, shooting and moving, all that type of stuff. I'm trying to think what else. So a lot of cool stuff going on there. So I'm gonna check it out. Signed up for it, and I talked to my buddy Luke, and I explained to him, I'm like, dude, like they're gonna be closing their membership soon. They cap it at 2,500 members, and the price, to be honest, really isn't that bad. And all access given. They give you your own RFID badge. They give you their own physical key, so you can key into the gates and stuff if there's a power outage or something happens with that. All that shit. And so he was interested in it. So he signed up for the orientation. He's going to try to make the September orientation. I think they only do the orientations certain days or weekends or something. And he's just trying to rush to get in before they close their membership. So not sure how that's going to work, but I hope you can get in. You know, like there's stuff that members can do that non-members can't do. Non-members can't shoot and move. Non-members can't use the 600-yard range. All kinds of stuff. So it would be nice if we could both belong there and rifle shoot, shotgun shoot, whatever we want to do. So trying to think what else is happening. Not a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, so stay tuned for more. What's going on, everybody? Just getting out of work for the day, and it's Monday. If you guys watched my earlier clip, you noticed that I literally got in the car and drove away while vlogging, and I got practically all the way to work before I realized that I didn't have my phone with me. So it's been an interesting day, spending all day at work with no cell phone. Yeah, I don't know. I did message Grant's mom and told her, you know, I don't have my phone. If you need me, call me on my work number if there's any emergencies. And then she's gonna have him like during the day today, and I'm picking him up from her house. So, because I had to work, she asked me if that would be okay, and I said sure. So, you know, I had emailed it to myself, but I didn't have a chance to watch it until today. But there's this video that I came across that said, using like I think it was $200. It said using a $200 BitConnect loan, create yourself a $200,000 income a year. And I was like, okay, what's that? So that's something that I haven't played around with BitConnect, is reinvesting interest payments. So it's an option that's on their website. I've been mainly like pulling out interest payments and putting them in my own wallets for safekeeping, just in case their website goes poof. But what this video was talking about, it's like a 30-minute long video. This guy came up with this spreadsheet where the spreadsheet automatically calculates your interest payments and reinvestment dates, I guess you could say, based on your initial investment and your expected average interest rate. So he picked like $200 initial investment and 0.9 interest rate. Once you enter in those two numbers, it automatically calculates like 2 years worth of everything. Everything being your daily interest payments, so every single day. And then it also shows when you accumulate $10 of interest. And once you accumulate not just $10, but any sort of $10 increment, so $10, $20, $30, $40, $50 in interest, it then says, okay, you got $10 of interest. This day you would be reinvesting $10. So then it does, so after that day, it basically subtracts $10 from your interest, rolls over any remaining partial interest. Like let's say you had $12 in interest payments, but you can only do it in increments of 10. You would reinvest 10, carry 2 over for the next one, and then it would kind of calculate from there on out. And he has it all set up so like it's very interesting. It's very interesting, but the way the spreadsheet works, if I understand it correctly, he even has a column that says, 1 year. How does he do it? So like as you accumulate more of your principal, that's basically your investment that's gaining or garnering interest. It also takes into account, like, all right, let's say for instance your daily interest payment was $50. It says after 1 year, if you don't do anything but just live off those interest payments for that day, like let's say $50 a day, it'll net you $14,000 in a year. And that's basically not cashing out, because you still have your initial investment locked in, but it's basically just pulling out your interest payments from then on out. So you can basically reinvest using the spreadsheet and slide over to the next column and figure out what your yearly income would be just off the interest payments. Very slick, very cool document. I had to jump through some hoops to get it, but what I found interesting was he was talking about, like, in about 2 years you can be able to make like $200,000 in a year's time from interest payments. That's after like 2 years of reinvesting a $200 loan. I was like, okay, that's interesting. So, but he also had a graph that was drawn, or somebody did, and they showed, like, basically, like, let's say after like a year or something, how did they do it? They basically explained and showed on the graph, like, if you were to just start with like $1,000, you would skip like a year's worth of bullshit or something like that. So if you started with more money, it would grow a lot faster. Obviously, yes, but it's very cool to visually see that graph form and all that. So you can kind of see it's like an exponential curve where it like starts really slow and then it just ramps up like crazy. And I was like, well, damn, if that's what it is for a $200 loan, what would that be like for a $5,000 loan? But so I was just amazed by that. So that's where I'm going with that. So I was talking with one of my coworkers and stuff, and he's like, "Are you still doing those $200 loans?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "That's gonna be my car payment, like as soon as my car dies, whatever, I'm going to take whatever little cash I got as a down payment, and then I'll start cashing out each one of those wallets. And I told them, you know, if I'm still doing this after a year's worth of time, and I have my 26 wallets, because I'm doing them loans every 2 weeks, then I'm going to take, you know, and maybe, let's say a year's time from loan number 1, I'll take $400 and make a loan with that, and I'll still have $200 worth of Bitcoin. It's going to be more than that, let's be honest. Bitcoin's gone up dramatically, and it's keep going up. But he's like, well, why wouldn't you just like do it all or whatever? And I'm like, well, I still want to keep the damn money, because they lock up your principal, your capital or whatever they call it, for so long. So if I, you know, can, let's say I triple my $200 loans, so total I have $600 per loan. Next time around, if I invest 400, keep 200 of that 600, yes, I could triple my $400, but I'm still holding on to $200. So $200 can be a car payment, no problem. You know, so my first 5K loan, that's going to be paying off credit cards. My $200 loans are going to be covering a car payment, potential car payment, and then my second soon-to-be 5K loan, I'm going to start reinvesting it, and then maybe see where I get in like 3 months or something. It's all going to be based on, you know, financial emergencies, car breaking down, all kinds of different shit like that might cause me to cash out early or whatever. But if I keep reinvesting my $100 daily payments and shit every single day, it's gonna be pretty nice. Now, I don't know how reinvestment works. So with reinvestment, you might essentially be creating a new loan for like $10. So that means that $10 principal is locked up for the 300 days or whatever. I'm not sure about that. I don't know, but I presume that that's how that works. So compounding interest is very, very, very powerful. It's insane. I mean, that's why as soon as I saw the video, it really caught my eye, because I was just like, holy shit, man. Like, you know, I originally didn't know or think that you could do compounding investments with BitConnect. Now, those smaller partial daily reinvestments, those are most likely not going to receive the bonus. So that's another thing to take into account. So the bonus being, if you invest over $1,000, you get an extra 0.1 on the daily rate. If you invest over $5,000, you get an extra bonus 0.2%. And over $20,000 or $25,000, then you get an extra 0.25%. There's a lot of videos going around on YouTube saying that BitConnect is a scam. They're saying that there's no possible way that they can be making that much money using your funds, and everyone's thinking that it's just a hype. They're building it up. They're just to get new people in to invest more and more money, and then it's just gonna disappear or dry out or something. That's my concern. That's always been my concern. Anything with crypto, I'm worried that somebody's gonna get pissed off, or some government's gonna come after them or something, and freeze, seize, lock up, fucking hold everyone's shit. That's why I am so focused and concentrating on paying off bills with my earnings versus reinvesting and saving and all this bullshit. Like, I want to put that money to work while I get it. So that's my big concern with doing another 5K loan. I mean, one more 5K loan and I'm tapped out. That's it. The potential earnings are huge, yes, but if that disappears, I lost $10,000 worth of crypto. So I have two 5K loans, and more than that, because I've been doing $200 loans. So I think I've done about $1,000 worth of $200 loans. But a lot to think about, and it's the potential for everything is definitely there. What I'm feeling like I'm going to most likely end up doing is creating a second BitConnect account, and it would be underneath my main account, and that way my main account makes interest or makes commission off of my secondary account. Having multiple accounts like that will make life easier. It will allow me to separate my loans out. So, you know, my $200 loans, my first 5K loan, I'm still going to work on pulling that earnings out and into my local wallets, or not local, but into my own personal wallets. The second 5K loan, if it's on a totally separate account, I have to log in separately and all that, that's set and forget. So logging in daily, yes, to do reinvestments. I'm already logging in daily anyway. So it sounds like a lot of work. I'm used to that. That's like a routine now. Like, and with a 5K loan, you're making 50, 100, 150, well, 50 to maybe $100 a day sometimes. So that's worth, you know, the 3 minutes it takes to log in, click reinvest, and kick that money back into the system. So, you know, I mean, it's insane. I don't know any other way to say it. It's just amazing. If this works long term. Yeah. So the spreadsheet is pretty phenomenal. Anyone wants it, anyone that's watching these videos wants it, hit me up. The guy that created it, he called it the Bitcoin, or the BCC calculation machine, or something like that. This is an Excel spreadsheet. You can only edit 2 fields, and it automatically just calculates everything down from there. So it's just phenomenal, man. Like, so I think, if I'm correct, if I create a second BitConnect account and using my main as my referral, I think I get like a bonus, like $350 for a 5K loan on my secondary account. Like, that would be credited toward my first account. It's pretty badass. So it's definitely worth trying to, you know, go through the process or routine of setting up that secondary account. So I just gotta stay focused with this shit. So I gotta, you know, I know the potential's huge and all that, but I can't be spending like it is yet. So, but yeah, that's about it. What else is going on? Worked on some daily vlogs. Worked on today's crypto report. I never saved the stats and shit from last week's crypto report, so I just put a note in last week's video saying it's missing. Sorry, I was traveling for work, out of state, and tired as hell, and just did not have time for it. I referenced, like, hey, we're gonna check the crypto report. Never saved the stats, so like, it's not really easy to go back and figure out the stats from a week ago. So one other interesting thing that I learned today is I mentioned it, but I sold my Civic ICO. So I spent about $250 on my buy-in. I sold it, I think it was this morning or last night, but I sold it for $1,635. So let me save this clip here. Alright, so I went to withdraw my, you know, $1,635 worth of Bitcoin, and I was just like, okay, you know, I was going to withdraw from Bittrex into wallet number 8. So I anticipate that number 7, which will be next Thursday, that one will be a $200 loan. So I figured that wallet number 8, which would be the 2 weeks after that, so like 3.5 weeks from now, it's a long time away, I foresee that wallet will be my 5K loan. So where I'm going with this, I started withdrawing all this Bitcoin, right, from Bittrex, and I got an error message. and it said you can only withdraw 0.025 Bitcoin a day. So I did the math, and it said that's like $105 worth of Bitcoin. And I was like, that's fucking weird. You know, I don't remember running into that before. Because I think I sold Swarm through Bittrex. Yeah, I'd have to look, but yeah. So I was hemming and hawing. I was thinking about, they said you can raise that limit if you confirm your account. Basically, send them your personal information, and then they allow you to withdraw more than $100 a day. So I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, 1635, let's say $1,600 worth of Bitcoin. That's 16 days. I'm not planning on doing my 5K loan for, like, let's say 21 days. And I was just like, well, fuck it. I'll just do the $100 a day withdrawal. And then my info is not stored on their shit. Everyone's starting to collect more and more and more info. So I just remembered that I sold my Swarm. So I need to look back at that. And so I was digging through some shit, and I was like, man, what the fuck? What's going on here? You know, like, everyone's now taking all of your shit, you know, all your info. Nothing's, you know, anonymous or secret anymore, like it used to be. So I found an article on Bittrex's website that said any old accounts from August 1st and older are allowed to have a 0.025 BCC daily withdrawal limit if they're unconfirmed. Any accounts created after August 1st have a 0 BTC withdrawal limit as unconfirmed, so you can't withdraw anything. And I was just like, man, that is fucking interesting. So something changed as of August 1st or whatever, and I thought that was interesting. So, and you know, I've been on vacation for a week. So I've been on vacation since beginning of the month or so, almost. Once you had the 2 weekends on, so, you know, it's 5 days plus 2 or 3 or whatever. So that's, yeah, it's close to the beginning of the month. I log into Poloniex. I haven't been on Poloniex in like 2 weeks or whatever. I've been, you know, doing my thing. Poloniex has a big pop-up message that says, hey, our terms of service has changed. Read it over. If you have any questions or problems, contact support and we'll cancel your account. Okay. So I'm reading on there. It says that they're obligated now to comply with... I never read the original terms of services, so it might have been in there before, might not have been. But they're saying that if they have to comply with anything, they'll hold and freeze your accounts. They'll disable withdrawals or deposits. They're regulated now by some fucking something or other. They must comply and follow all rules. If there's a warrant or a court order or something, they'll basically shovel over all of your fucking info. And this is on Poloniex. And I was like, oh shit. So I was talking to my neighbor who I got into crypto, and he was asking me about Poloniex, and I'm like, yeah, I've been using it for fucking over a year, dude. Like, it's awesome. He's like, oh, they got all these changes and this and that and all this shit going on now. He was telling me he's using Bittrex and I don't know, Godax or some other shit. And I was like, well, dude, I like Poloniex. It works great. This must be what he was talking about. You know, I was just reading all this shit. I was like, oh god, here it comes. So this is probably going to be the last year for crypto before it's so heavily regulated and taxed and monitored and everything else that it's not going to be as fun or as lucrative, let's put it that way. So I'm trying to grow as much as I can. The mining shit, you know, I started up a new mining rig. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that because that's still anonymous. It's tied to a brand new wallet, so I might want to strictly focus on keeping that anonymous, just for various potential reasons or something in the future. So my main mining wallet, I've been transferring to and from and doing all kinds of shit with it. I've been buying ICOs from that wallet and all that. I'm sure it's been confirmed to my identity multiple fucking times over. But so I thought that was interesting. But we're gonna just keep moving forward. Just keep doing what I'm doing. Just the fact that I have almost $10,000 worth of crypto is fucking phenomenal. Yes, I have a shitload of debt and all that, but every year the fucking debt comes and happens and all that shit. So this is something to do, to create more income. The debt's always fucking there, man. Like I don't get it. I don't understand it. But man, this guy's driving like a complete dickbag. I really like camera one much better than my other camera. So this is camera one that we're on. This is just a side note, but I don't think it has like the file save issues like the other camera was kind of fucked up from the beginning. Yeah, I could zoom in but couldn't zoom back out. The bottom like down key on the back of the camera never worked, and just a bunch of random weird shit that would always happen and kind of make it not work properly. But so a lot going on, lot to kind of get caught up on with being on vacation for a week. I was just kind of doing my thing. I did the $200 loan last Thursday, just to keep up with my same schedule. I cashed out my Bitcoin from BitConnect a couple times over the last week, and I don't know what is wrong with people driving here, but yeah, it's just been just keep on keeping on, I suppose. But yeah, I'm really thinking after this week, or after this year, 2017, crypto is going to change. Huge, massive government regulations as governments all come online with crypto. Like every fucking major government has been studying this shit this whole year. Sanctions, just regulations, rules, taxes, special taxes. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some of the exchanges themselves might just end up dying off. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens, what the future brings. But still mining Ether. Still mining Ether. I did the crypto report today, and with only 6 cards, I was surprised that it still says I'm making like $300 or so a month. So that's pretty cool. That's only like 1 Ether a month, but I don't know. I get a weird feeling about all this shit. But that's it. I'm gonna cut this off. Gonna go pick up Grant now, but stay tuned for more.